Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. I'm here with a vision or dream. In this vision, I saw people wandering around a building, and they were exclaiming that it has everything they need and there's no reason to leave. And then they say, and it's in Brooklyn. Okay, so what this building is, I didn't realize until I started actually traveling around that Texas is very, how do I say it? Like we're different in the fact that some apartment buildings in Texas, because of the way that the laws are, there are some apartment buildings that are like they are registered as housing as well as a marketplace, and there are apartments that is like the apartments are at the top and there could be a mall. There is one that is like that actually. I think that's the one in Memorial. Is that Memorial City? It's by Memorial City Mall for sure, for sure. But it's Town and Country. It's called Town and Country. And Town and Country, they have, it's a hotel, they have apartments, and along with these things, there is a gym. And it's not like just a little tiny gym, it's a gym, that a big name gym. They got a movie theater. They have several restaurants that have like bars, they turn into bars. Um at night they have little ice cream parlor. They have little events in the town square for families. At any given time, I've been to so many different events there. I haven't been in a long time, but I took my son there for their New Year's Eve celebration one time. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember. I wonder if he fell asleep that time. I don't remember if he fell asleep that time. This year he had me beat. I fell asleep and he was wide awake. Baby, my baby was up. Man, I gotta get me some wheels so I can start back taking my baby. Now he's at an age where he's staying up, and I'm at an age where I'm tired. Okay, but anywho, I gotta give me some wheels so I can start taking my baby to the kids' New Year's events. I used to go like y'all. I will be up just like searching for kids events for his birthday so that he could get the vibe of his birthday, and anywho, but they have all kinds of little events. They have live bands out there. They have little festivals and all kind of stuff, and they have shopping. And it's not just like they have like nice clothes. I'm trying to think. I haven't been there in so long, but I remember there being an Aldo, a Sephora. They got just different little shops, different stores you can go down and you can literally go shopping over there. They have parking in front of the shops as well as garage parking. It's the kind of vibe where like, but I can't say I don't think that one has a grocery store. However, there's one downtown across from, what is the name of that park? Discovery Green. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Discovery Green. Across from Discovery Green, that apartment complex, which is more like a high rise. They call them high rises instead of the apartments, the condos instead of apartments. But anyways, they go. It's way higher than the other one. Like the building is higher and it's more of a square because it's downtown. They have a grocery store. They also have like a little coffee shop in there. I think they have a bar in there. I don't remember if it was a bar or just a coffee shop, but I've been there before, and they had like a little live band going on. You know what I'm saying? It's downtown, so in reality, if you want to, you can leave your car parked at your house and go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like everything is in one place. It's the kind of, it's like how this dream was. The scripture comes from Psalm 94:20. Can a corrupt throne be allied with you? A throne that brings on misery by its decrees. The wicked band together against the righteous and condemn the innocent to death. But the Lord has become my fortress and my God, the rock in whom I take refuge. He will repay them for their sins and destroy them for their wickedness. The Lord our God will destroy them. So here's the message. For somebody, you have been put in a sticky situation. And I just feel like for the longest time you may have been um like struggling and having a hard time, and God is saying he's going to lift you out of that, okay? And he's going to take you to a place that, and for somebody you might actually end up living in a high rise, you know what I'm saying? And for somebody else it could just be a situation where the high rise is representing that you are going to be in a place where you are not going to be needing. You're not going to be saying, I need this, I need this, I need that, I have to have this, and, feeling as though it's out of reach. And I feel like that is the biggest focus in this dream is it's out of reach. And even the part where, hearing them say it's in Brooklyn and it's in Brooklyn, it's kind of like, I just feel like this is somebody that you are in a certain area in your life, and there are so many things that you need, but they're out of reach for you. And you're looking, and the way that you feel is that it's just so far away. You know what I'm saying? As somebody that never physically been to New York, the only thing I've seen about New York is the map. And I did not realize how the bureaus are so big that it's almost like each one is almost like the size of a little city, you know what I'm saying, or a little town. And, I want to talk, I stay in Houston, where even the surrounding towns in Houston are considered suburbs. You know what I'm saying? Suburb areas. They will still say that they stay in Houston. And I've heard there are other cities like that as well, where people that stay in the suburb areas, even though technically it is a different town, it may even be a different county, they still consider themselves living within the city limits. Anyways, I just feel like, except I think New York, it is the city. Like that whole thing is the city, and that's what. But anywho, this is somebody. What you need is always seeming to be out of reach. What you need is always seeming to be out of reach. Like, and it could be for whatever reason. I'm being reminded when I was living in Jamaica, where I lived at, the only thing that were in reach of me were like, there were little shops. You know what I'm saying? There were like, the people had bars, and there were little shops. Like, there was a lady that sold food that stayed a few, I think like in the next yard over, and she sold chicken. She would fry chicken, you know what I'm saying? There were little shops that people owned where they sold like, candy, household items and stuff like that, where you could go there and buy these things. I was selling lashes and, some makeup trinkets. But I just feel like in reality, it was very difficult to actually go to a grocery store. And my first time going to a grocery store, I was literally getting ready to leave. And when I got there, I was like, you mean we could have went to the grocery store this whole time? But it's just like, it was so far. It was so far. It took so long for us to get there. And then on top of that, we had to have a taxi. For those of you that don't know, you know what I'm saying? They talk about, baby, they put out an alert talking about Jamaica is dangerous. Y'all just figured that out. For those of you that don't know, you gotta be careful with what taxi you hop in Jamaica, baby. You can't just hop in anybody's taxi now. You might find yourself thinking that you about to get a taxi ride, and baby, you about to get robbed, okay? You gotta be careful, you gotta be careful, you gotta be careful, you gotta be careful. And there's some situations where the cops will drag their feet getting over there to you. That's just real. There's another situation where, guess what? It is not illegal to fight in Jamaica. So if you get in a fight with somebody in Jamaica, don't you be thinking, you know what I'm saying? Some people that like to go play, they can, you don't think that you're gonna get in a fight and the cops is gonna come and they gonna separate y'all, and they ain't separating y'all. I was made aware of this, okay? My ex made me aware of this immediately. Like, look, they do not separate fights out here. They not stepping in unless they see some kind of weapon being drawn. And that's just like, I saw it with my own eyes. I'm standing outside the yard watching this man get in a fight with his wife. He was cheating on her and she was tearing him up. And the cop stood there laughing. Okay, I'm just being real. And that's just like... But anyways, Since somebody you feel like things that you need are out of reach, there's something that you need that you cannot, you just simply, it's like it's there, it exists, but you can't get to it. Maybe it could be something like a certain kind of resource. It could be like maybe you need a house, or you need a car, or maybe you need a place to work, or maybe you need some kind of security, that like it's something that you need and you can't get to it. It could even be a situation like this here where you are in a position where you have a hard time getting to the grocery store. You have a hard time getting to, I do realize that people from other countries watch me, and even though everything didn't work out the way I thought it would, I am grateful for my experience of being able to live outside of the US and getting that experience, because it opened my eyes to realize that everybody don't live the same as we live here. And it could be a situation where you the grocery store is out of your reach. Literally, it could be a situation where going shopping, that's out of your reach. And God is saying He's going to make it to where it will be within your reach. Whatever this is, it's something that you feel like this is out of your reach. You can't get to it. It's right there, but you can't touch it. And God is saying that He is going to open this door up for you. You are going to be not only are you going to be able to receive whatever this is that is out of your reach, but it's going to be in your grasp. It's going to be in your reach. It's going to be easy access. It's going to be a situation where you can literally just go downstairs and you can find it. You can literally just you know what I'm saying? And I haven't been, I haven't traveled in a minute. So, there may be high rises like this in other places in the U.S. There may even be some in other countries. But, and this could, once again, be a sign for somebody. You're going to move. You're going to get an apartment or a condo. And you may actually end up living in an area, in a space like this, where everything is literally at your fingertips. And it also could be somebody where you are, there's going to be an opening for you where things that were not in your reach, they're going to be within your reach. There is something that is coming. It is coming. It is coming. And it is going to help open these doors for you. Okay. And that's the message. And God is saying that, you may even be going through a situation because of the scripture. The wicked band together against the righteous and condemn the innocent to death. So once this door was getting ready to be propped open for you, there was a situation. Oh man. You may have had to deal with a group of wicked people trying to keep that out of your reach and doing things to try to keep you from being able to obtain whatever this is. But God say that He is going to crush them, and this is something you're going to obtain. They're not going to be able to stop it. It's not a situation where somebody is going to be able to stop this from happening for you. And I'm being reminded of, we creeping up on my 7-year anniversary of being a business owner, y'all. Like, I could just, y'all, to think, 7 years ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do what God said. You know what I'm saying? 7 years ago, around this time, I had everything together. You know what I'm saying? I actually started working on my business in about October and Octoberish. And, I just started writing out the plan, and I started getting everything together, and I started outsourcing and trying to, I just started working with other people and collaborating with other people, working with people from other countries. And it was just when it happened, it was such a beautiful feeling, to be to actually, have my own little makeup collection. Oh man, it's 7 years, man. We're going on 7 years. When I got ready to start my little business, you know what I'm saying? I remember so many people was going out their way to stop it. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to help me. Like, and it was a situation where I had people that was like, I help you out, I help you out, I help you out. Then when it came down to it, they was like, nah. And I just regardless if they did this because they changed their mind, or if they did this because somebody else came and whispered something in their ear so they wouldn't help me do it. God showed up and showed out for me. Baby, God showed up and showed out for me. God showed up and showed out for me. And I've talked about it so many times. And your girl won the lottery. Your girl won the lottery. I hit. And my birthday ain't nothing but two numbers, 0330. It hit. I was like, what? They pulled these numbers? Two numbers. What are the odds? What are the odds of the same two numbers coming out twice? I'm just saying that to say, you know what I'm saying? Let me say that the wicked band together against the righteous and condemn the innocent to death, but the Lord has become my fortress and my God, the rock in whom I take refuge. God say he gonna show up and show out for you. You're in a position to where there are things that are unattainable to you. It's hard for them to be in your reach. They are not in your reach. And even when you had the opportunity for them to be in your reach, there are people that have come to put forth the effort to stop you from obtaining this. God say you're going to get it anyway. And you are going to be surprised about it. Because, in this vision, these people, they were shocked. They were like, oh, wow, everything is here. The grocery store is here. They have all the things I like. There are shopping stores, and they got a nail shop, and they got a hair salon. They got all the things that I don't even have to leave. God say you are going to be in a position. And it's gonna be brought to your front door, because that was like, it's in Brooklyn. So it's gonna be this is something that is going to be brought to you directly. This is something, it's not going to be something that you're going to have to chase after. It's not going to be something that you're going to have to, you're not going to have to search for this. This is something that God is bringing directly to you. And it is going to help you to move forward. It's going to open up doors for you. And it could be a situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be so many things. God is moving you out of this place to where you can't reach nothing, to a place to where you will be able to obtain some things. You're going to be able to get some things done. And that's the message. That's the message. God said he's doing this for you. He's doing this for you. He's doing this for you. He got you. Oh, I'm sorry, my little time. Hold on, baby. I'm sorry. He's doing this for you. He's doing a new thing. He said he saw that. He saw that. And you know what I'm saying? And I know that sometimes God do stuff just like how I just gave the testimony of my business. This is not working no more. I need to throw this highlighter away. Let me throw it towards the trash can. That was not the trash can, but I'm going to throw it in the trash can. That lets me know it's trash now. Anywho, sometimes when things like this happen, you know what I'm saying? When things like this happen, it's so that God can get the glory. Just like how I was able to sit here and tell y'all my testimony. You know what I'm saying? 7 years ago, when I got ready to start my business, I had a plan on how I was going to do it. And that didn't work the way I thought it was. But God worked it out for me. And I can sit here and testify and say that I know that my business, I have it because of God. Because of God, period. Like, period. And I still have some of the palettes and lipsticks that I purchased with that money just to look at it. You know what I'm saying? And to see how far I've come. I'm so, I'm so grateful that, God has pulled me out of from where I was. And the interesting thing about it is my business was started I would say a few years before. I started my business a few years before I was in a car accident. And due to the fact that, you know, after my car accident, even now, I cannot literally physically, I can't work. I can't really work anywhere unless I'm going to be working somewhere where I can sit down the whole time. And you know what I'm saying, where they do that at. You know what I'm saying? The lady at the gas station that I was working at was nice enough to say, okay, you can sit down while you ring people up. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, they ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, especially somewhere like where I'm at, they not like, no. So I'm just being real and saying that God blessed me to do that before that even happened. And you know, sometimes we don't even realize how God be moving. God sees things that we don't see coming. And because we don't see it coming, but God see it, and he'll do certain things. He'll call you to do certain things, and he'll call you to make certain moves, and he'll call you to, you know what I'm saying? You may not even know why. You may not even have a complete understanding as to why God is asking you to do that, or why God is leading you to do that. And even when it comes to what I'm doing right now, I've said so many times before, if I wouldn't have been a beauty influencer before I decided to get my YouTube going, baby, I would have had a hard time, because I had a hard time when I was doing that. You know what I'm saying? I had a hard time when I was being able to talk while doing my makeup videos. It was difficult for me because I'm very shy, and it was already like just recording myself while doing my makeup made me very bashful. And I did voiceovers, and it taught me how to edit videos. And then you know, I finally got to a place to where I felt comfortable. And at first I wasn't even talking over the videos. You know, at first I wasn't on YouTube. I was on Instagram, and I would just play screwed up music over my makeup tutorials. And then after I transitioned to YouTube, and God called me to prophesy. And you know, like, once again, if I wouldn't have gotten the experience of like, it was a long journey for me. It wasn't a situation where I was just able to sit in front of my phone and record myself and everything was good. It was a situation where I had to go through a process. And you know, even in that moment, it felt like, you know, because God had me going through a pledge to him, going through a fast to him, and I couldn't wear any makeup, and I couldn't do I couldn't do my nails, I couldn't do my hair, and I had to have my hair wrapped. And it felt as if I was letting go of everything that had to do with my business. And then, you know, God blessed me with a new collection. And you know, I'm just saying this to say, God does everything for a reason. You know, God does things, and when God is doing things, sometimes you may not know what he's doing, but understand that he's working it out for you. He sees what's going on, and he is going to open up doors for you that you never knew would even open. He's going to open up doors for you that you were not expecting to open. He's going to do some things. He's going to move mountains for you. God says he is not going to allow you to be put to shame in this hour. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.